in the qualifying exam, it was from a question we had done in school, in our exam. So I didn't have that, I didn't have to now read it all over again. As against if I had completed school now, I'd now start reading everything on my own. So being in school at that time, it was very beneficial because, and again, I was in an academic environment. So I had access to materials and even, resources that would be very helpful to me and lecturers as well.
Fantastic. I can see, Mr. Femi, you have passion for this because combining schoolwork
with preparation for qualification exams.
And of course, I know your school, Yaba College, I know it's very tough to graduate there. So what do you think helped you to pull through? Because these days you see a lot of students complaining we don't have enough time. Yet, out of the same allotment of time, you're able to combine two things that I would say tough.
Okay, yeah, that's true. I often say, and I have a feeling I'm not the only one that would think this way as well. For everything an individual wants to achieve, you need a plan, and that plan starts with vision and also strategy. Because when I met Mr. Kule Adedeji, ESV Kule Adedeji, then, and I told him that, sir, can I start writing the exam? He said yes. So for me, that was the starting point. It was like I could see the future, so to say, from that point. So that sort of like propelled that was the motivation in me, okay? So that I would say that was how it started. But that was not enough. So I would have just gotten excited and that would have just been all it was. I had to now devise a plan. So I took a paper, I wrote it out. Okay, when do I want to start this exam? And when do I want to finish? I actually wrote that down. Okay? So that's where the plan comes in. You need to have a plan. Because with that plan, you can appraise yourself. Either you are moving towards achieving that goal or you are stagnant. And even if you are stagnant, you will be able to tell yourself, why am I still in this position? Then when it now gets to the exam proper, you need a strategy to pass. They often say that if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. You need a strategy that, okay, how do I achieve it? Because I needed that. Since I was in school and I was going to write the exam, for a matter of fact, about a week or 2 weeks to the exam, I hadn't registered because all of a sudden I developed cold feet. I became nervous. I became afraid because I thought I didn't have enough. The schedule was becoming too much. Okay. So I now I sent Mr. Adedeji a message. I sent him a message that, sir, this pressure is becoming too much. I think I should just postpone this exam. He encouraged me, and he told me to just go ahead. Then I also had along the line I also met another surveyor, okay, Mr. ESV Olaliko Aboderi. I spoke to him. I can't forget his words that day. Sincerely speaking, I can't forget. We were together that evening. I narrated everything to him that, sir, the pressure is too much, schoolwork, exam and everything. And I was expecting him to say, oh, okay, sorry, okay, sympathize with me. And the response I got, I was amazed. He said, you don't have any excuse. Listen, it can be done. You just need to reassess yourself, okay? What are the things that you need to do? And go ahead. So when he said that, that kind of also motivated me, and I just went home. I had to re-strategize, like I said, and, okay, what do I need to do? What are the things that I need to put in place and all? And I think that helped me in actually achieving it. Okay, let me get to the practicals now. So when it was time for the exam, because then in September of that year, which was, can I mention the year? That was 2015. Yes, September 2015. We had just completed the first semester exam in college. So NAIT's exam was going to come up in November. So I would just have 1 month break from the time for finishing school exam and writing the qualifying exam. So after school exam, because we took 12 courses then, and it was a whole lot of work, I was already fagged out, and, so I now told myself that, okay, what is the strategy that I needed? I just told myself, okay, I need to to put myself in a study group during the period of the exam, because I was becoming saturated from stress from school. So when I put myself in that study group, on the night before the exam, we would have discussions.
Okay.
We would have discussions. So I realized that from the discussions we were having, it was pretty much like I was reading. So it became easier for me to be able to, should I say, understand myself and become focused. So I think if I had said, okay, you know what, I don't need anybody, so let me just go on my own, and I don't think I would have been successful. So, like oftentimes, I would say success is not an individual thing. You need people. You need people from different areas to sometimes pick you up that time when even you don't even believe in yourself.
That's interesting.
Very interesting. You already
naturally, nothing good comes easy, and that's why it's qualifying examination. It's not beans. You just really have to put in your best.
You're already sounding like a professor, Mr. Femi Sanusi. Maybe I'm quick to ask this. Do you have spare time or leisure time, or what do you do in your leisure time?
Well, okay. I listen to a lot of music, majorly Christian music. I listen to a lot of music, and I also read. I read a lot, and I watch football a lot.
So
I watch football a lot.
So all work, but no play.
Yeah, well, that's what we've been taught. That's what we've been taught.
Fantastic.
Okay, so listeners, if you have input or you have questions to ask Femi Sanusi.
Yeah, Mr. Femi Sanusi is in the house to encourage the young generation on how to combine work, schoolwork, and becoming professionally qualified. He has treaded our path, and he has succeeded in that. We encourage our young ones here every time to be focused early on in life, because doing this is one way of beating employers, or will be employers to their game. You see young people graduating from school, and they ask you must present 5 years experience. And Mr. Femi will be sharing with us the experience he has gathered over the year after this short break. But before we go, we like you to call in on 0701 549 7301, 0701 549 7301,
and 0815 192 5925, 0815 192 5925.
And I know like a roof. If you set the roof on fire.
You're welcome back. We have Femi Sanusi in the house. Sharing with us his experience, how he was able to combine schoolwork with NAIV's certification. And now he has reached the final stage of the professional certification of the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers. Femi Sanusi, if you have any question to ask him or you want to share your experience as well, please, the number to call is 0701 549 7301.
Or 0815 192 5925. 0815 192 5925.
or you want to sponsor the program or place adverts, the number to call is 0708 699 5925. 0708 699 5925. Femi,
Okay.
you know, are you working now?
Yes, I am.
You're working with a real estate firm.
Yes, I am.
That's interesting. So my question is, you know, oftentimes people say theory is different from practice.
Okay.
Now, you as a fresh graduate, and now you are working with a real estate firm.
Okay.
Do you think your field experience would have been different if you hadn't written the certification? If you had started working as a graduate, you know, regular graduate from the institution, from school.
Okay. Let me see.
Would it have been different if you hadn't written the certification?
I think it would have been different.
Okay.
Because like the name implies, it's called professional qualifying exam.
Yeah.
If I want to paraphrase that, it means that it's the exam that qualifies you to become a professional. In other words, it's the exam that helps you to think like a professional. Because I remember then Mr. ESV Olaliko Aboderen used to tell us that the exam. Yes, he often tells us that. He often tells us that the exam is not mention the numbers of the parts of a building or define what estate management is. No, it's called professional exam. It tests your thinking as a professional. For example, an example is maybe a part of let's say now in design. Maybe they ask you that, okay, how does design affect the value of a property? If a property is not well designed and it doesn't suit the what's it called now, the purpose for which it was designed, it kind of like affects the value. I remember correctly, me and him, we visited a place. Okay, this is not even about design. We visited a place once, and the property from the back there was a high tension wire behind it. Okay. And at the front of the property there was also a high tension wire. This is practical, you know. So I didn't even notice that. So when we got to the property that day, and I was looking at the property, okay, so I only saw the one in front. So when we got there, and he said, okay, look at, there's one high tension at the back, so that's two. So even if you do a setback from the front and the back, so what else do you have left to build on that property? So this property, you can't buy it for a client. Now, that was not taught in the classroom. That was not taught in the classroom. That was just like that was real life experience, and it was his professional input that helped us make a decision that day. So I think so. They often say that you can't separate theory from practical. You can't separate theory from practical. Theory and practical, they go hand in hand. So for anyone who wants to write the exam, you should understand that this is not just about you just passing an exam. It is like testing your, let me use this word, testing your thinking as a professional. That are you thinking as a professional? It's just like, for example, maybe you have a 6-year-old child, okay, and you have a 17-year-old teenager, and you ask them the same question. You don't expect the 17-year-old to give an answer the way the 5-year-old would give an answer. You would expect the teenager to at least give a more informed answer. And you would be surprised if the 5-year-old gives an answer that the 17-year-old would give. So that's just the thing. The exam helps you test your thinking as a professional. Are you thinking like a professional, or you are still thinking like someone who's not ready to be a professional?
So the analogy about a 16-year-old teenager and a baby.
Yeah.
How do you mean? I need you to expatiate on that. Okay.
I don't know if I can use this word. Let me use this word. A quack.
Okay.
And a professional. Okay. I have an investor now. The investor has maybe like $1 million, and he wants to invest in the